Good day everyone. I welcome you to my YouTube channel this morning. This time I want to talk to us about the coronavirus. The coronavirus. What is the coronavirus? How can we prevent ourselves from being infected with the coronavirus? As at today, about 20,000 or so have been infected, and some thousands have died all over the world because of the infection of this coronavirus, which is spreading like a plague all over. Coronavirus at the moment is so rampant in China. By the way, China is the most populous nation in the world, followed by India and the USA and Brazil and Pakistan and Nigeria, in that order. Now, the coronavirus is a non-enveloped virus. By the way, viruses can live as living and non-living. When viruses find themselves in the living host, they start to live. When they find themselves in a non-living environment, they exist as if they are non-living. So they can exist in crystals in non-living environments. Now, the coronavirus, how does it spread? It can spread when somebody sneezes, or when somebody talks, or when somebody coughs. The virus can, if a person has the virus can come out of the person, and it will be, if somebody cough and does not use handkerchief to cover the mouth or the mouth, or sneezes, does not use handkerchief to cover the mouth and the nose, or sometimes talks, the virus will be released into the environment. So it can land on surfaces. So when it lands on surfaces, when somebody goes and touches the surface, and the person touches the surface where it landed maybe 2-3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, the person touches the surface, and the person now takes the hand towards the mouth. There's no how. When we have our hand, whatever the hand touches, one way or the other, the hand will go into the mouth, and then it will get into the system. Another way the virus spread is when somebody cough, the viral particle will be in the environment, will be in the air, be carried in the air, or it can settle on the floor. In fact, it can settle on the surface, so that when you get to the place, you will sweep, you try to dust, it's carried in the air. Or the moment the person releases it from the system, from coughing or sneezing, it can be in the air and it will be airborne, carried by air. And this carried by air can move from one point to another point, and depending on the wind direction and the wind speed and the wind intensity, it can move from place to place. And then if somebody sneezes, and it can be carried in the clothes of an individual. So you've had airplane seats, passenger seats, everywhere are at risk. Public places, the seats are at risk. Hospitals are at risk. If somebody has visited the hospital and then another person go to visit the hospital, in fact, hospitals are more at risk. But that is for those who go to the hospital. But those who don't go to the hospital, they can also contact it even from the homes of somebody that has the virus. So it's a very deadly one, and the mode of transmission is very, very interesting. In addition to what I'm saying now, it's important that we wash our hands. We wash our hand washing. Hand washing. It's not just to put soap in the hand and just wash it and say put water and then you just wash it and then you go away. There are specific ways of washing the hand. When you wash the hand, you put a number, copious. The soap should be copious, not just that you'll be managing the soap. You put the soap copious, and if you can afford a disinfectant soap, that's okay. The soap will copious. You wash it. You do it like that. The soap will lather. Then you wash that way. Then you wash this way. You wash this way. You wash this way. Then you wash this way. You go to the back. You wash it inside and outside. You wash that way, and then you wash everywhere properly. Not that you just do like this and do like this and you are gone. No. You take your time, you wash very well. You use this to scrub inside of the hand. Use this to scrub inside of the other. Then you also use this to scrub and scrub this out. And in fact, you do that. That's part of the washing process. You do that, and then you do that. You hold it and it's lathering. You do that. Then you come behind. You wash it with soapy water still, and then this way, then you can now wash with clean water, and then you dry using the air. You air dry, or you clean with a clean towel. So these are ways by which you can help to prevent. Then another way is by changing your bed sheet, changing your clothes. When you go out, you come in, your clothes that you have worn, you've taken out and you brought in, make sure that you change it. And then don't just change it and mix it with your other clothes. You change it and immediately soak it in the disinfectant, so that in case you sat on somewhere, so that it will not spread in your home. So you will go out, you come in, you disinfect the clothes, you soak it. As I enter, you take the clothes out, you put it in a soapy water that contains disinfectant, that contain any kind of disinfectant. I don't want to advertise for a disinfectant company. They've not paid me to do that for them. So you soak it in a good disinfectant, a potent disinfectant, and then you do that. Now, I don't want us to be afraid of the coronavirus, because fear is one of the things that actually kills people even before the disease kills the individual. So don't be afraid of the coronavirus. Instead, just face it as it is, and let's hold the coronavirus as it is and take it as it is and combat it as it's coming our way. Now, I've spoken about ways of combating the virus. If you're traveling to other places using the hotel and other things, just be careful. Be careful and tell the hotel maybe you want your bed sheet disinfected. You want your towel disinfected, or you can go with your towel and other materials that you can go with. So you see, area you sit, there are so many things that you cannot control. There are so many things you can't say you are not going to go out and board the public transport. You have to go out to board the public transport. So you just do what you can do, and then you move on with your life. For our information, the HIV virus is still around, and scientists are still trying to find a cure for the virus. But the HIV virus can be contacted only through through blood contact, or through fluid contact with body fluids, like during sexual intercourse or during blood transfusion, or somebody has a cut, or using sharp instruments that have been carried. And then, so HIV virus cannot be contacted by air, cannot be transmitted by air. We have the severe acute respiratory syndrome that came around the early about 18 to 20 years ago. We have the SARS, and then it was so serious at that time also. It was a severe acute respiratory syndrome, and today talk about SARS have gone down. SARS and the coronavirus, they belong to the same. They are of the same type. The coronavirus just happens to be new, and that's why people are trying to. There are scientists and other people are trying to do what they can do. Look at what China has done. They built about 1,000 capacity hotel or a hospital in about a week. That's a very giant stride. China is known for development and for moving ahead and moving forward. In addition to what China did, we also have other countries coming up with things that are helping for their population to make sure that they combat the spread of the coronavirus. So there's need for care and caution in every facet of every life. Now, those people who are at risk of any kind of infection, not just coronavirus, are those people who are, and the children are at risk, the infants, because their immunity is low. So they are at risk, at higher risk. Those people who are aged, because their own immunity too is low, they are at higher risk also. Then those people whose immunity are compromised by disease or by infection, they are also at risk. Then those people who are not eating well, who have poor diet, who are poor, they are also at risk. So during this time, let's try to, if you have children and you are yourself, try to take milk, try to take egg, try to take fish, things that will help your immune system. When you take them, you can see your doctor and talk to your doctor. But you can also take folic acid. You can take one daily. You can take B complex one daily, and see your doctor to enlighten you more. These are normal things. You can buy vitamin C, the one that is chewable, and then chew it and then enjoy it, just to help your immunity to climb. Anything that is going to help your immunity, just try to take them. Whether there's coronavirus or there's no coronavirus, these are the things that you should be doing to help yourself and to be able to withstand so many things. So there are some foods that the animals that breed the virus. Let's make sure that we don't eat such foods, and if it happen to be that is the only thing that is available for you to eat, then you should boil it as far as you can, and In fact, just avoid it and seek for alternatives. So these are some of the ways by which you can prevent the spread of the virus. So, and then we need to also pray to God. We need to pray to God that God should help us. So God should help us and take the plague and take the plague away. That is happened in the Egyptian place at that time. The plague came and it affected some people. It didn't affect some people. Let's just pray and believe God that the plague is going to go away. And I believe the plague is going to go away. God is going to give scientists breakthrough, and the plague, by the grace of the Almighty, will stop. We will not be affected. I will not be affected. My family will not be affected, and your family will not be affected. Peace be unto you. Thank you.